Today, I'm going to show you how to build a tattoo social media automation platform using Ride by CodeBuddy. So let me kick off and show you how it works. Let me start from the very beginning, just for those who are not introduced to the platform. You are able to create multiple projects within it. To build your own project is quite simple. Just create a project name, give it a description. The AI will use this description in getting better understanding of what you're wanting to build. From there, you will set a password as well as it will automatically connect all of your cloud resources for you. So this includes like your GitHub, your Supabase, as well as your Azure will be created. So from here, I'm going to choose one of my existing apps. I just made this before booting up. So Inkflow, one of the things that I do on the weekends is tattoo, which is not a usual thing for most people in the startup industry, but I really enjoy doing it. And with that, I used AI to help kind of figure out like what are some problems that maybe could be solved. One of which is social media. So definitely know this from personal experience. Trying to keep on top of your posts and everything while you're busy tattooing and doing other things is a real hard deal. So I thought, heck, it would be neat to have a platform that can automatically schedule, write your posts, use AI to kind of help based off of the images that you put in it, get everything crafted to be just a lot easier to use it. So when you're introduced to Ride, you can do two things. You can go straight to the code. Everything here will be based off of our starter kit is ready to rock and roll. So it is a boilerplate foundation that we have trained our AI on top of with our explicit like methodologies, architecture, so it can output a much higher quality result than something that's just based off of anything or everything. Everything that we're trying to do here, of course, is like build a product that you can trust. So that's one of the things we do there. First thing we're going to do is plan a change. I have no changes in here. I just copy pasted a summary based off of my findings on like, okay, what app do I want to do? And I'm just going to paste that here in the chat to get it going. You don't have to have so much. You can have a real like long conversation with it. So you can just ask it starting off like, what can I do here? And it'll ask you what you want to build, lots of diagnostic questions just to get everything good understanding of like what's in your head. How do we take that into a plan that then we can build into software? But for sakes of this demo, I'm just going to post everything going in here. So it said, thanks for this detailed overview. It's super helpful. Let's break things down together. Starting with the initial experience for the tattoo artist, it sounds like the journey begins when the artist has a new tattoo photo they want to quickly turn into a powerful scheduled content. Before we look at that workflow step by step, I notice you use terms like caption variations and story templates, before and after progression posts. Just so we're on the page, would you like to describe a captions in your own word? Is it different text with hashtags, or is it the same photo? Or does it include things like call to actions or style tweaks? I'm going to be like, I don't really know what I want by this. Maybe I would, but let's see what AI wants to come up with. Like, let's use your best judgment. It's going to come up with definitions. So a caption variation is a different versions of text and hashtags automatically generated for AI for a single image. Perfect. What's great about these definitions is everyone in the project will then understand what you're talking about. That can be the AI, that can be you, that could be team members, that could be freelancers, investors, anyone that you want to like is involved within this project. You can actually be on the same page when we're referring to like what is something. So going into the next thing, caption variation. Now let's look at the first big workflow, turning a finished tattoo photo into a scheduled media content. Can you walk me through what artist typically does from having a finished tattoo to setting up the post? For example, do they usually upload their photos from their phone? Do you want to upload several at once or prefer one at a time? Usually they will take a series of photos. So the ability to upload multiple photos at the same time would be great. I also know that they may have multiple photos from before, from different sessions. So it will need to account for those as well. That's helpful. So artists could be uploading fresh photos just taken, adding sets of older photos from different tattoo sessions. It sounds like they need to handle multiple at once. So let's recap and check. Artists want to upload several photos on the go, either right after the session or from their photo library. Sometimes these photos might be from multiple sessions per client or show before or after from larger pieces. To clarify, after an artist uploads their photos, does the AI need to group photos, like recognizing it's off the same client, or does the artist choose? Let's have the artist choose how they want to group. Let's give a little bit extra control. Great. So that makes a lot of sense. So here's how how I'm hearing the workflow. The artist uploads multiple tattoos photos, either from new or from their gallery. They group these photos as desired. Then the system analyzes each group and generates the appropriate content, captions, hashtags, etc. for posting. Before I formalize this in a workflow, does the artist usually provide additional details at this stage, like tattoo style, body placement, or client info? Should the AI extract as much as possible? Let's have the AI do that. Perfect. So it gave us a new user type, which is our tattoo artist. So the person who creates the tattoos and uses InkFlow to automate the social media content creation for scheduling. So we're going to accept those changes. So now that lives under there. And then it's going to start building us a workflow as well. So here it is, upload and group tattoo photos. So a tattoo artist uploads one or more photos of their finished tattoos, either from their device gallery, either new or from their device gallery. After upload, artists group photos as they wish. Example, a single artwork before after session based progression. The system's AI automatically analyzes each group of their tattoo style, body placement, and color palette without needing manual input from the artist. Then we create a user story. So, as a tattoo artist, I want to upload multiple tattoo photos from selecting which began together as a group. So, I have the flexibility in showcasing single pieces or progressions as they wish, saving me time and organizing content. And then we also have acceptance criteria. So, once it's developed, how am I, the founder or the main project manager or product manager, going to be able to test this? Given I'm logged into workflow, when I upload one or more photos, then I can create a group of photos by selecting and arranging uploaded images, and the system analyzes each group photo for the style, body placement, and color palette, presenting its findings to me. Perfect. If I did want to make some changes, I can put them in here, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do it quickly. And from here, here's our first workflow. After that, the AI is going to be start going into the next workflow, the next workflow, the next workflow. Here's where I can really define and build a high resolution version of what I would like in a plan to build an application, breaking each component into workflow. But again, for the sake of this time in this video, I'm just going to do this one. So let's do that later. I just want to start with this first one. So it's going to be thinking here. It's going to respond to me. Perfect. Here's what we set so far. And let me know if you like to review tweaks. AI, if there was any changes in here, all I need to do is ask the AI, like, actually, can we change this? Can I change this definition from a caption variation to something else because there's a better name? Oh, I want to add an additional user like a social media manager, not just the tattoo artist in case they had someone like that. But for the case, we're just going to start with this. So from here, I have an initial plan. What I can do is I can start implementing that. So using our CodeBuddy AI, it will start breaking these down into actionable tasks that the AI can do to start coding it. So as I mentioned before, all of our applications are built off of our starter kit, which is a foundational application, just a boilerplate. I'll show you an example right here. I have logged in. Let me swing that over. So we have our base app. You can log in, you go through, and then just says, welcome to your software. Let's dare to dev differently. So it has some basic stuff like light mode, dark mode, some profile, admin settings, base things, but there's really not much here. But it is a good foundation that the AI can start building what we want off of it. So it's going to then start talking about these component workflows, upload and group tattoos, our high level steps, are clarifying building a plan for the back end, the front end. It's going to know like, okay, I need to access these contracts. I'm going to go to these managers. I'm going to understand these accessors, these engines, and what am I going to need to manipulate to then execute on this workflow? So it's going to ask, shall I move ahead and adding these new databases, or would you like to see detailed contracts, or should we focus on the front end first? Let's do the front end. So from here, it's going to then take what we're wanting to do, start reading different files within there and thinking about like, okay, how am I going to execute on these things? Again, you could be as like verbose as you want, being really specific with the AI, what you want it to do, or you can let the AI kind of figure things out on its own and give you some happy surprises here and there. But the big thing that we do compared to some other platforms is the code is always at the forefront. You are always in the driver's seat. So rather than it just making these changes, it's going to pull up a change request that then you can review, do any alterations yourself, or ask the AI to make those changes for you. Again, I like to tell people that you're really taking the role as a tech lead, even if you're not a super technical person yourself, by then working with the AI to explain what you want done, and then it will show you all of its work. So then you will never commit anything without your approval. And so you the whole time can build these like really nice things. So again, here's the thing. It wants to update this file, add all these things in. I can go through, I can make changes here. I can message Ride to do anything and go through those pieces. So again, just for the sake of the time, I'm not going to do this here, but it can go through, it can make all those changes, get things going. Once we're done, I can review all the changes. I can commit those. And then from there, I will be able to upload. There, a little box will appear where I can upload to my test cloud environment and start having people go through and test those things out. And once it's all ready, I can publish that to my live environment so I can get those out to my customers and get things going. What is really great about this, again, you can start building, taking whatever idea you have and building a really high resolution plan that either the AI can build, you can build, or if you're not technical, you could have a developer build for you. So here at CodeBuddy, we have the mantra never code alone. So that's not just the AI, it could be a human as well. We're one of the only platforms that combines artificial intelligence as well as human experts into the fold. So as part of it, you can be working with a code buddy to do all these things right by your side. Or if you don't have time or it's out of your wheelhouse a little bit, you can outsource these workflows to a code buddy and they can build things for you. The entire environment is multi-tenant, so you can have multiple people working on projects. And like I said, because you have this central planning area, it's kind of your central source of truth. Everyone can know exactly like what you mean by users, definitions, workflows, especially as they evolve as you get through the project much more, keeps everyone on the same page so no one's left out, no one's building things that are going to be disrupting other stuff, no one's going to be trying to sell stuff or miscommunicating as long as they're keeping up to date with your workflows, user types, and definitions. So that's kind of the main gist of how Ride works. Again, I'll keep things brief here just for the sake of the demo. So for pricing, CodeBuddy, you can get started just for as low as $100 a month. For our Essentials plan, this gets you the Ride application, as well as every plan includes a one-on-one white glove onboarding with a CodeBuddy to get the application installed, all your accounts set up correctly so you can take advantage of those really fast project deployments. And then we also do weekly deep dive webinars so you can learn a little bit more about how to use Ride and tips and tricks and software development and just how you can build better software faster. Of course, at any point, you can add on a 2 hour a la carte meeting with a code buddy to dive into different topics, really have a coach at your side or, a partner to kind of bounce ideas off of and go through. But if you're looking to step up, what we really recommend, especially for non-technical founders, is our boot camp. What's great about this is it gets you like 10 hours worth of one-on-one work with a code buddy for your first month. You still get that one-on-one onboarding. You then get weekly meetings with a code buddy. You get additional things like we have testing communities and a bunch of others like reusable code features and just all sorts of extra stuff to help get you ramped up. And what I really like about our plans, though, is once you get going and you build your app, you don't necessarily need all that hand holding and support. Well, you can go down to our growth plan. So you're spending less money as you get moved further along compared to a lot of other offerings where you're actually spending more and more the further you get along. So that's one of the pieces that I like. We do have what Ride now in our wide release, so you're able to get rocking and rolling directly from our website. So if you are interested, just hit the subscribe button. It's going to take you to the payment page, set up your subscription, and from there you will go to a booking page to get your one-on-one onboarding all scheduled and set up to go. If you do have any questions or you're looking for a little bit more specific one-on-one demo, feel free to just click the request a demo button down here to connect with our sales team. You can put in your information and then I will reach out to you to do a little bit more, do a call to answer any questions that you might have and make sure that you ride is the right fit for you. From there, I think that basically gets us going. So really, really, yeah, it keeps us going. So, anyways, thanks for watching till the end, and we will see everybody next week. Bye bye.